Hi, this is Ben. This is the Property Diary. Today is Thursday, the 6th of June, and just driving back from Birmingham, where I've been for the last 2 days. I'm assuming you can see me. It's quite late actually. It's about 9:30 in the evening. It's up around the M25, and yeah, it's getting dark. Anyway, I just wanted to sort of share with you what I've been up to. We've spent a fantastic 2 days with Stuart Hale up in Birmingham, and actually been doing some training with him. And do you know what the interesting thing was? A lot of people on the training days were saying, well, look, hey Ben, I know who you are. What on earth are you doing here? You know it all, don't you? You're kind of an expert in this sort of stuff, aren't you? Options. And I was actually up there with Stuart with his rent-to-buy agent offering. And so I was actually sort of training on a tiny little bit on options, but mainly on the sales process, and mainly with the license program that he has with rent-to-buy. And I guess my reason for being up there is that, hey, do you know what? I can always learn from other people. And I know Stuart, like me, has been doing this for a whole bunch of time, done a whole bunch of deals. Let's face it, he's done deals that are much bigger than I've done. He's done sort of a couple of £3 million deals, and heck, if you can chuck that out on an option, then why the hell not? But you know, the point of me being up there was to learn about the back end stuff that I want to benefit from, which was, you know, I can go and find sellers, I can go and find buyers, but if I can find any way of actually short-circuiting that, making that easier, speeding up the process, I am well and truly up for that. So if you're watching this, Stuart, fantastic, really good couple of days, really enjoyed it, thanks. But I just want to share with you a conversation I've had with a buddy of mine, and he's been out promoting stuff all over the place, really working hard at it. And do you know what? He's got a property that he's selling up north at the moment, and he's got the ugly signs out there, probably had signs of the video in their windows and all sorts of stuff going on. And he got a really weird call. The call that he thought was probably from a tenant buyer. I just thought I'd share this with you because when I had a conversation with him about it, you know, we can start worrying about these things, and there's no need to. He got a call from a guy who started asking him about the rent-to-buy process, and then completely changed tack. Completely changed and turned into, well, I don't think that you're advertising this right. You're advertising that there's no mortgage required, and apparently in 8 years' time I've got to get a mortgage. Well, that's absolute fraud. And I'll tell you what, my son is a lawyer, a solicitor, and you know what I do all the time? I go around looking for people who advertise things incorrectly, and he then takes them to court. Well, of course, you know, my buddy is slightly perturbed about this. And interestingly, he'd also had, we're going back, you know, 6, 8, probably 12 months now, he'd also had a separate incident where it had the trading standards people give him a call. Now, here's what I want to take on board. As I said to him, I'll say to you now, well done, you've just found another flipping nutter out there. You will find these. Now, what possibly has he done wrong? Absolutely nothing. You know, trading standards are only interested if you're actually doing things wrong and you are conning people out of money, or you're doing things that have an effect on somebody. Offering somebody something that you don't need to get a mortgage on to buy in the future with a mortgage is not going to be a problem. So trading standards would have an issue of like 10, 20, 30 people had fallen foul of this way of doing things and then got in touch. That's not what's happening. It's really simple. So there's that. And then I said to him, look, completely forget about this guy that's calling up saying that his son's a solicitor or a lawyer. Forget about it. You're never going to hear anything more. It is as simple as that. Just somebody who's got a little bee in their bonnet about something, or is having to be on their wrong end of their conversation that particular day, and there you are, kind of worrying about it. Now, you don't need to take any advice, do anything, just carry on doing what you're doing, helping people, solving their problems, helping people move into houses they just can't get a mortgage for, I haven't got the big enough deposit for right now, and just need time to qualify for the mortgage, time to save up the deposit, time to get their life in order so they can actually start buying instead of just paying dead rent. Okay, so that's what I basically said. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. And also, just interesting to point out, my buddy's actually got 8 potential tenant buyers for this property. So should you worry about it? No, of course you should. So there you go. So I'll share that with you today. My name's Ben. This is the Property Diary. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. You take care. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to mention, as I came out of the hotel this evening from the stuff up in Birmingham, I drove away, and it was only as I got to the first set of traffic lights, I thought, hang on a minute, what's that on my windscreen? And do you know what it was? It was an envelope. I say kind of envelope. It's like a clear plastic sort of sheet with a single piece of paper. I thought, what the hell was that? What is that? You know, the hotel have already taken my my credit card for staying there overnight, so I wonder what on earth this is. But of course, I drive around in this silly yellow car that says "We Buy Houses" all over it. Guess what somebody's put on my windscreen? Will you buy my house? And do you know what it is? We're not talking a 2 up, 2 down. This is, and I'll tell you what it is a mansion in Lanzarote for 1.8 million euros. It's got 18,000 metres squared. It's got another 800 metres squared with potential buildings and modification. It's got a ground floor with a wine cellar, a separate apartment, a sauna, a garage and a warehouse. And then the main floors have got a large main hall, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a swimming pool. That'll be an interesting conversation to have, won't it? Who fancies a mansion out in Lanzarote? I quite fancy that. So anyway, I thought I'd just show you that. You know, this is what the ugly yellow car does. I get people leaving things on my windscreen. So this is a proper sign off now. This is Ben Rogers. This is the Property Diary. This is Thursday the 6th of June. I'll speak to you tomorrow with more fun and frolics in the world of property. Take care.